Hope everyone have access for their workspace yesterday created.
Yes.
Please log into your workspaces. Yeah. So this is the fresh workspace. So that we have created yesterday. Then here we already covered app builder things. So today I will be covering from SQL Workshop, what is object browser, SQL commands, and how to use those things. What is SQL scripts, how to use those things. So today we will be covering one by one. Okay. Object browsers, first thing. Yeah. So once we clicked on the object browser, so whatever components like tables, views, indexes, sequences, types, and so on. So from that schema, so you can see here the schema. Okay. So this workspace, for example, workspace name, gigs, it is linked to this schema. This schema which is exist in database, and also workspace also existed in the database. When we request for the workspace, it is created as a user in the database, and also same time the schema also it will be created. Yeah. So here as we yesterday created this as a fresh, so there is no tables, no views, or it is a fresh database. So here we can apply the filters for easy access and for easy search. Then from here, suppose if you want to create any table or something, it will provide the UI. So if the user or developer don't know the SQL concepts also, using the UI, they can easily create the tables. For example, I'm going to create one simple table. Then here we can define the columns. Here we can select the data type. Then we can define whether it is primary key or whether it is not null component or something. Okay. So and we can add more columns if we want. Yeah. So here, as it is a varchar type data type, so we need to provide the length of the. So again about the data type and those details it will be covering in next session. So when we are covering SQL and PLSQL concepts, right? So I will be covering these things. So currently no need to worry about that. Yeah. So once all the columns are ready, we add it. Then there is a below button. So to create that, click create table. So the table will be automatically created. So here you can see it is appeared under tables. So if you have any tools like SQL developer or something, so we can able to connect to that tool. But here, as it is the free one, they are not providing the schema credentials. So if we create the database using Oracle Apex, always free autonomous database. In that case, we are able to connect. So at maybe today I will be covering how we can request for that also, always free autonomous database. Once I have done with these concepts. Yeah, this is about object browser. Then yeah, so here from here also we can directly, suppose this is our table. So from this tab we can able to view what are the columns in that table and what is the data inside that table. And we can, if we want, we can add data using this menu. We can apply, we can hide or show the columns in the data view. Then what are the indexes for that table? Everything we can able to see from here. And also there is a options to create index, drop index. Yeah. And also from here, constraints. So what are the constraints for that table? We can able to see here and we can able to create or modify. Then if there is any grants is required for that table, so it will appear here. Then triggers. So if there is any triggers or if we want to add triggers for that table, we can add from here. And from this screen, so if assume that if this table is dependent on something or any other table is referenced by this table, so those kind of dependencies, so we can able to see from here. Suppose in some cases we are trying to drop this table, we are deleting this table that time. So we want to know what are the things will affect if we delete this table. Then from this dependencies we can able to see easily how it will affect if we make any modifications for this table. Then, so here we have DDL. DDL, it stands for Data Definition Language. So basically it is a SQL scripts generated for this table. So we can also copy this script, and if we want to make any modifications or if we want to create this table in another server, so we can directly copy this script and we can run. Yeah. And also here we have some sample queries based on this table. So we can create and we can run. We'll copy this thing. This is all about the object browser. Then we have something called SQL commands. Yeah. So here in SQL commands, we can able to run SQL, and so as you can see here, it supports currently two languages, SQL and PL/SQL. So here I have selected SQL and I will run a sample query. So here we can able to select how many rows we can able to display from here. We'll just select the script and click run. It will execute the SQL query. And suppose if you want to see 10 rows, 20 rows per page in the response, so it will be displayed based on the selected rows. Then this is straightforward for clearing these things. Then suppose you want to know the tables from the object browser, then from here you can quickly find the tables. It will show all the tables which is existing in this schema. Then suppose assume that we are working on big complex query and we need to stop that work for some time, and we want to in that case we have ability for saving the scripts. Suppose I want to save this and I want to use this maybe next time. In that case, so we can always save the script. So once I click the save script, so it will ask for the some name. Yeah. Yeah. So here, once it is saved, we can able to see that script under saved SQL things. And we can simply click on that name, hyperlink, then it will automatically comes under the SQL commands. Yeah. And also this is done. This is simply straightforward run. Then we have PLSQL also. I hope everyone know SQL and PLSQL. Anyone we need to cover basics for SQL, PLSQL.
I think we are good in SQL, PSQL. If rest is okay, I think we are fine.
Yeah. Yeah. For PL SQL, so there is a simple block is there. So we need to declare and we need there is a begin and there is a block L. So what is declare in simple? It is declaring the variables. There is different kind of naming conventions is used for this PL SQL. So for variables, so some people will use V underscore and some will use L underscore. So both are fine. I will go with P underscore. So this is my variable I am declaring here. And so once we declare the variable name, we need to declare what is the data type for that. Yeah. So now my variable is declared. So I want to print that in the response. So this is the command for printing the response. I will copy the variable. Yeah, it is run successfully, but nothing is printing. Why? Because so we have not provided any values for the variable. I will just assign some variable, some value for the variable. Yeah. So this is from this way we can run PL SQL things from using SQL commands. So here there is a different kind of settings are there for adjusting this view. So we can adjust dark theme, light theme, those kind of things we can adjust from this setting. Then from here we can able to see the results. Here, if there is a SQL statement, it will give the execution plan. Yeah, it will explain about that table, that query particularly. So is there any indexes on that particular column, or how the query plan, what are the table accesses? Those execution plans, it will explain in this screen. Then if you select describe, we need to, suppose we want to know what are the database columns available in this table, then we can use the script describe. Then we need to put the table name, then it will show the description about that table. It will, it will take some time to get the description of the table. Then this is the view how it will show for the describe. So we have a table name, employee, and columns. What is the data type, and is there and its length, and default values applied for that column, and if, those conditions, primary key, those things. Yeah. Then saved SQL we already covered. So whatever query we saved from this view, it will be appear here. And from here we can able to see the history of the queries we run from SQL commands. This is all about SQL commands. Then SQL scripts. What is SQL scripts? Here they have provided one UI for creating the scripts, and if we have any scripts in the notepad or text file, we can directly apply and we can able to create the database objects using those scripts. For example, so initially I will create manually, then I will show you how we can upload the scripts. So we need to provide some script name. This is my sample script. So I will click on create button so that this script will be saved. Yeah. So the script is saved. So we can navigate to that script using SQL scripts menu. Yeah. Here we can able to edit that scripts anytime. We can able to edit. We can able to run directly from here. It will prompt for the confirmation. Yeah. So it got run, but there is one error. Why? Because so this name EMP table, which is already existed in the database. So duplicate names for the table is not allowed. So it throw the error. And from this menu, we can able to see the information about the scripts we uploaded. So whether it is processed successfully, and how many success and how many errors. Those are the things. Then also assume that you have a script for some application. entire database is designed, then there is an easy way we can able to create the application in single click. So assume that we have entire database for HR application, HR management application. Then we can upload the scripts. Then here you can see the button create app. If you click create app, so this tool, low code tool, automatically create the application for that. The basic things like dashboards, forms, reports, everything it will create automatically. Then we can log into that application and we can fine tune the application based on our requirement. Yeah, this is about manually creating the SQL script. Then we can also able to upload the script from the notepad or something text file. I will show one more example for that. Yeah. And one more thing. So here we need to save the file with .sql extension. Yeah. Now I will upload that thing, recently created script. Yeah. Then directly click on upload. The script got uploaded. Then we can able to run the script from this mail. we can able to update also. Yeah, I'm running the script now. Yeah, the script got run successfully and our table is created. So if you visit this object browser, now we are able to see two tables. So this table, it is a framework table. So it will be automatically created once we access SQL commands or something.